Online Teaching Guidelines. Welcome to a simple introduction to teaching online. Please note this is not a fully comprehensive set of guidelines for teaching online, but simply some tips to get you started for the best experience for online teaching. The first tip is to get properly dressed. Please remember that even though you are teaching remotely, it is important that you look professional and presentable at all times. Think of what you would wear in the classroom, and this is how you should come across on the video to your students. Although you definitely can enjoy the fact that your students can't see what you're wearing from the waist down, so please feel free to stay in your comfortable bottoms and slippers if you like. Just ensure that all the bits that your students can see, you look professional and well presented. The next thing is to light it up. The use of light makes a huge difference in the success of our videos. Natural light is always the best, and it's best when done in the morning or after midday. The harshness of the midday sun tends to cast quite a few shadows on your face, so it isn't always the most complimentary or flattering use of light. However, you can also do your videos inside and use artificial light. But please remember to make sure that you have enough light and that you are not in any shadows. And also, please don't sit in front of a window, because what will happen is then you will be in silhouette and the children will not be able to see you at all. A pro tip is to have two symmetrically placed lights, which will create a balanced effect with no shadows. This is an example of what the professionals do. Please note that this is not expected of you. It is not a requirement. However, it is very interesting, and it is definitely something worth knowing. How this works is the camera sits behind the lights, and these two lights, as you can see, are in front of the camera, but they would be pointed down at distance, at an angle, and they are a few meters away from where you would be. The person speaking or teaching would be looking straight into the camera. Then, if you find that there is a shadow being cast on the background, so here what they say is they use seamless background paper or a sheet or something as a background. However, you can use just your wall. But if you are finding that the lights are casting a shadow on the background, then another light placed here shining up onto the background should eliminate those shadows. However, please be reminded that this is not an expectation. The next thing is setting the stage. It is very important to make sure that you have a quiet space to record. Obviously, some background sounds are unavoidable, and we all know about the gentle sound of children playing in the background or the lovely sound of a hardy dog going over our house. However, please do make sure that any background noises are very minimal and unavoidable. Your background itself should be clean and neat. Please don't choose a messy area to record or something that has too many distractions. Please be mindful of what pictures you have on the wall behind you. Work in short bursts. Keep instruction to 5 to 7 minutes before using an engaging strategy. So doing a turn and talk, giving a task or an activity, asking children to respond to you like Dora the Explorer, and something just to keep them engaged all the time. It's very important that our videos are broken into smaller parts where the students aren't just listening to what is referred to as a talking head. Next up, and most importantly, is to say it clearly. Research shows that while things like good lighting does make a difference, it is the clarity of speech and audio that makes the greatest impact on the audience. So please use a mic that will project you well. This may mean that you need to put in your headphones so that you can use the mic attached, but ensure that you articulate clearly and that you speak slowly. It's very important that our speech is able to get through to the children, and we are clear, we are consistent, and we are not rushing through the content. The next is KISS. Keep it sweet and simple. Please remember that the focus of these videos is on teaching and it's not on entertaining the children. So there is no need for any frills or fuss. You do not need to get dressed up or put on a show. This really is a focus on instruction and learning. At the beginning of the video, please provide the children a list of any materials that they will need for the lesson. For example, say to them, "Okay, students, you're going to need your pencil crayons for this lesson as well as 10 pieces of Lego. Please pause the video and go and collect your items." This way, as you're doing the instruction, the child has everything with them that they will need. The next thing is to please smile. Please ensure that you are using your video so that the children can see your face and that you are smiling. And most importantly, be you. Children will really appreciate the authentic relationship that they have with you being visible in the video. Next up, before we send our videos out, is peer review. All videos are to please go through the Handbrake app, which everybody has received via email, to compress the size of the videos. Once you have done this, please ask a peer in your grade to check your video. Then pass it on to your coach to check and approve. Things we'll be looking out for is any distracting content, any surprise family members walking in the background, doing TikToks in the background of your video, perhaps maybe even looking out for any spelling mistakes or just some of the innocent mistakes that teachers can make every single day that we would prefer to not have immortalized in video for all mankind to go viral. Please note that no videos may go to parents without the leadership oversight. This is referring to even videos beyond your instruction. So any videos that you send out to your parents need to be vetted by your coach, please. We do this in order to protect you, to protect your professional reputation, as well as to protect the professional reputation of Nova Pioneer. And lastly, and this will specifically apply to the Paulsdorf campus, if you have any technical issues, and this specifically relates to using Google or any learning curves that you're having around the Google platform, we have 4 Google champs. We have Justine in the pre-primary, and then we have our 2 Google certified champs in the junior primary, and that's Hannah and Caitlin. And then in the senior primary, we have Christy. So if you have any Google related questions, please reach out to them. However, if you have any teaching and learning questions or any content questions or anything to do with your parents or your students, please ensure that you go directly to your coach. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on this new journey. I know that you are going to absolutely crush it. I'm proud of you already, and I can't wait to see you online.